Hi, I'm MJ Aragon, the purple-haired Fibro Warrior. We just want to thank you all so much for following, liking, sharing, and subscribing to our YouTube page, our Instagram, on WordPress, and Facebook page. Everything that we do is shared on our Facebook page, so anything you want to find, you can find it there. Thank you all so much from the bottom of my heart. You are not alone, neither am I. Love y'all. Hello, welcome to FibroWarrior-My New Normal. I'm MJ Aragon, and I'm here with my producers, Jojo, Myricks, and Tony Jefferies.
Hi.
So enthusiastic. So I told you guys that we were going to be posting the PSA, and forgive me for us taking so long to get back on track, just so much going on, but we finally got the PSA out, and I want to thank you guys so much. So many shares. I really, really appreciate it. I think like 55 shares altogether so far that I was able to keep track of, and we really appreciate that. And I really hope that it helps people and that it get the word out. Probably try to do another small promotion just to get more people to see it. But I really think that it helped. I got a lot of good responses, people saying that it was powerful and that it was right on. And so Tony and I are really proud that we were able to finish this and get it out and put something quality out that people really like. So thank you guys so much for helping us share all of that. And then I wrote a blog a while back that I thought I'd bring up because I'm also going to talk about lupus, and I thought that this blog kind of goes along with that a little bit because I bring up the spoon theory. So I want to talk about that, and also. So it took us a while to get back on track because I had went out of state for a couple weeks, and I went to Florida to visit my family, my sister that I found there. I have wonderful nieces and nephews, so I went out there for a week, and then after that, I flew up to Maryland to visit my aunts and uncles and some other family members that I haven't seen since I was little or hadn't met yet, that are like my third cousins and my second cousins and things like that. So that was really cool. I enjoyed that week the most. It was the most relaxing, and it was just overall, I had a really good time, and I got to see it snow. It was snowing. I love snow. I don't get to see snow being in California very often unless I go up to the mountains, but to actually see it snowing was really awesome for me. I know some people are like, well, that's not a big deal, probably because you live in the snow, but to me, if living in California, you rarely see rain, let alone snow. So I think the last time I saw snow, I was in high school. Probably 11th grade or something like that. It snowed but melted as soon as it hit the ground, and then the only other time before that I was in 3rd grade. And I remember I happened to be sick that day, so it really sucked. I was sitting inside watching all the kids outside and play. It was so sad. But those are the only 2 times it actually snowed when I lived in Palm Springs at the time. Well, most of my life, really. But anyway, so the blog is called Our Lives Are Filled with Half Days. It's blog number 19. I came across this question on another group I admin for, Dear Fibro. They asked, does anyone else have half days? Meaning they run out of energy after only a few hours of being up or awake. And I think that this is banging on here. It's making a lot of noise. That's that, yeah. I was like, what is that noise?
I was trying to figure it out.
The spoon theory really comes into effect with this, and this is my takeaway from it. We have to ration ourselves. Decide what's most important to accomplish each day, knowing our reserve is low. Do you take a shower, or do you do laundry, or dishes, or clean, or run errands, or decide to eat at a restaurant or at home? If I go to a restaurant, I'll have to do some driving, but no cooking or cleanup. If I eat at home, I'll have to cook and then maybe be too tired to wash all the dishes. So maybe I'll just make soup. That's easy enough. So then maybe I'll have some energy left to read a book. Nope, the book is too heavy and my hands hurt. So maybe I'll just listen to an audiobook or music. Everything we do, no matter how simple it may seem, steals a little bit of energy from us. So shaving in the shower may have to wait because you need the energy to wash your hair. Yes, those minor things have become less than minor for us, something the average person could not ever comprehend. So if you need that nap, take it. Our bodies need it, and we all know that sleep, real sleep, is so very damn hard to come by. Never feel guilty for what you can or cannot do. We each have our own limits, and this illness has 6 stages. Yes, 6. So, you do you, the best you know how. We are stronger than we appear, and our strengths come in many forms. We just have to navigate through them a little more creatively. So, apologies if that turned into a little bit of a rant, but I feel like we put too much pressure on ourselves, and we think we have to do this and this and that. But honestly, as you all know, when we do that, when we have a good day and we decide to do too many things or too much all at once, that we pay for it. We always end up paying for it. So we have to ration our energy, and that's, of course, the spoon theory is actually a really good reference to go by, just to help other people, to help others understand what it's like. So I went to my doctor. I've been seeing the doctors a lot lately. I still have to go from that second biopsy. I was very close to having a stroke last month. My doctor was very insistent that I take it easy and remove some stresses from my life. So I'm working really hard on that and staying calm and not letting things get to me, and just trying to not meditate necessarily, but just thinking positive thoughts and just staying calm. And it seems like something that should be easy to do, but it's not always for us because we have so much on our minds. And when you have a lot of downtime and you're not really doing anything, our minds start to wander and we start thinking about the past and negative things, and we really have to try and stay away from that because, as you all know, depression is always waiting right there for us. So we really have to work on staying positive and doing positive things and keeping our minds busy. So I went to the doctors and I came across some pamphlets. Now, you can go to the doctor's office, they always have all these pamphlets. And if you're hearing that noise, sorry, that's the pamphlet in my hand. This pamphlet is about lupus. Now, I thought it was kind of cool because they talk about a lupus tracker. So, let's see. Us in Lupus can help you better manage your lupus. There's nothing easy about living with systemic lupus. Fortunately, though, you can visit usinlupus.com where you'll find much more than just the facts about your disease. Us in Lupus was designed to provide you with tools, skills, and ultimately confidence so you and your doctor can better manage your lupus. Some of the tools at Us in Lupus include the Lupus Checklist, the Lupus Impact Tracker, and a customizable journal. You may also receive a series of booklets that can help you make the most of our interactions with your healthcare team. What an easy way to keep track of your lupus. Visit Google Play and search for My Lupus Log, the free smartphone app for Android that can help you better manage your disease. My Lupus Log is a free, customizable tool that helps you conveniently track your lupus symptoms for easy discussion with your doctor, monitor and record how they are affecting your life, and learn more about lupus. So for those of you that are watching, this is what it looks like. So you can find this on Google Play. And let's see, the Lupus Impact Tracker. Your doctor can't know the full impact of your symptoms just by looking at you. That's where the Lupus Impact Tracker might help. This important tool is a downloadable worksheet that can help both of you rate the effect your symptoms are having on you and your life, the Lupus Impact Score. Try to complete the worksheet and share it with your doctor at every appointment. This will help both of you track any changes that may occur over time. Your own customizable lupus journal. When you're living with SLE, family, friends, and others may not understand exactly what you're going through. That's why keeping a journal is such a good idea. It can help you document your thoughts, feelings, as well as any questions you may have for your doctor. Sign up today to receive your customizable lupus journal, which includes suggestions for effective journaling, places to write down notes and questions for your doctor, monthly calendars, helpful resources. In addition to your lupus journal, Us in Lupus provides you with a set of tools to help you note all your symptoms, track lupus impact on your life, and prepare for your doctor appointments. You may also receive, speaking of lupus, a series of self-help booklets designed to boost your skills and confidence. All these together with informative articles will help you make the most of your healthcare visits. So, and then the lupus checklist. Lupus is a complicated, unpredictable disease whose symptoms can vary from person to person. Sometimes, though, it can be hard to remember all your symptoms, especially if they don't feel like your lupus. But since some of those symptoms might indicate organ damage, sharing them with your doctor is really important. That's where the lupus checklist at Us and Lupus can really help. Just visit usandlupus.com, complete the checklist, and review it with your doctor at every appointment. Sharing this list on a regular basis will help you and your healthcare team better manage your disease. So you can visit them on usandlupus.com and get your checklist today. So the reason I want to share this with you, because I thought this is a cool idea. So a lot of us really should, and I try to do it. I don't do it as much as I should, but we should really journal. And when we have new symptoms, we need to write them down. And the reason it's important that we write these things down, because we tend to forget. And we have brain fog. So we get in the doctor and we're so overwhelmed with all the things and just being around people and being in the doctor's office, just the whole feeling of being in a doctor's office can sometimes be off-putting for some of us. So once we get in the doctor's office, you know, you may have one thing in your mind that, you know, you want to talk about first, and then everything else just goes out the window. And then you get done with your appointment, you're driving home, or someone picked you up, whatever your transportation may be, and you realize, oh man, I forgot to tell them about this and this and this. And then you feel awful because you just kind of wasted that visit because you didn't talk about all the things you really needed to. Now, I know in retrospect, we are only supposed to share a couple things at a time with our doctors because that's pretty much all they're permitted to listen to. But if you have a good doctor, one that actually cares about you, they want to hear it all. They may only be able to give you a couple referrals at a time, but they still want to hear all the information because there may be other things that might be more important that you didn't realize was important. But of course, them being the doctor was like, this might be something else or something new. And so it's really important that we share everything, anything that may be new, because we don't know what else it could be connected to or what else that means. So I love my doctor, Dr. W.I.S.D.O.M. He's amazing. And I'm not sure if I mentioned him before, but I've talked about how wonderful he is. Him and his sister, Kim, she's also really amazing. They are not only amazing doctors, but they really care. They sit down and speak with you, and they look you in the eyes, and the conversation feels like a real conversation instead of someone looking at a computer and talking to you facing another direction, which happens a lot with other doctors. I've been really lucky lately because most of my doctors do sit down with me. Even my newest doctor, my OB/GYN, who's doing my second biopsy, she's got the sweetest little voice. Her name is Dr. Safi. She works with Trinity, and she sits down with you, and she's just the sweetest thing, and she gets you so calm. And the funny thing, not funny, haha, but the strange thing is that even though she had me so calm, my blood pressure was insane that day. It was 175 over 110. This was just over a month ago. And they checked it, and the nurse looked at me, and I was like, yeah, notice, I knew it was going up. I didn't realize I had gotten that. So that was hypertension stage 2. The very next level is hypertension crisis. So my doctor was very adamant about me reducing my stress because they were letting me know that I literally could have a stroke at any time, which is really scary. And it took me a while to get past that feeling because I was like, you know, you already realize your mortality dealing with this illness and all the things that every time we turn around, there's something new that we've discovered is wrong with us. So to hear that I could have a stroke, that was pretty off-putting. It was pretty scary. So I'm taking it all in. I've had over a month to process it. I'm handling it well. Like I said, I'm working really hard to stay positive and do positive things, which I want you guys to be able to do too. And I really want to promote that, the positive thinking, the positive things to do, you know, things that keep our minds happy and keep things pleasant, because we already have a hard time and we already have our own dark thoughts that we're dealing with. So we need to find things that make us smile. So, and also, since we've been gone, I just had my 11-year anniversary with my love, Bill. 11 years. It's amazing that we've been together this long and we're still so happy in love. And I realize I'm very lucky. I'm not bragging to make people feel bad. I'm just so thankful that I have this amazing person in my life, and I realize how lucky I am. And I hope that all of you have someone in your life, whether it's a spouse or a family member or your children, whichever, that is there for you and really helps you, because having someone that is there for you and believes in you and helps you is 100% better than doing it on your own. And I know a lot of us tend to want to do that, and it's really not the best thing for us. So we really have to be able to reach out and ask for help, and hopefully that person that we reach out to will want to listen and care enough to help us, instead of making us feel like we're making it up, which does happen more often than not, sadly. So anyway, I wanted to, once again, you guys, the PSA, I'm broken, your words carry weight. That was near and dear to me because I feel it's important that we get that message out, that people have to understand that when you talk to someone who's dealing with depression, like most of us are on a daily basis, that, you know, the things that you say can really tear us down. And when you're that fragile, you know, it could be that the last thing you say to that person, that if they're so fragile, and you say these things because you're angry or upset at the moment, and may not even mean the words that you say, but they're saying it because they're just frustrated or whatever the reason may be, and they're just being so flip about it because they don't realize the impact that it has on the person with a chronic illness. And so that was the real importance of that PSA, is to let people know that your words carry weight. They mean a lot. Like, that could be the last thing you ever say to that person because you were being hurtful and angry and mean, when you could actually be doing the opposite and take it in and realize that, hey, they're dealing with things, they have something you don't understand, that you need to be more understanding and just suck it up and not say the things you really want to say, because that could be the end for that person. So it's important that we let others know, like, hey, you have to realize that you can't just say whatever's on your mind. Just, you know, like, everybody seems to think that that's the thing to do today, is, you know what, you have to choose your words. You have to choose them wisely. We have to say things that are positive. We have to be uplifting and positive and happy, not tearing each other down. And that's happening too much, and it saddens me, and I want to make a difference. I want to remind people to smile and be happy and let those things go. We have better things to focus on, you know. So I hope that the lupus thing, that you guys will find that helpful. I hope that, and I'm going to look into it because I don't know if there is, I'm going to look and see if maybe there's something for fibromyalgia as well. If not, you know, I'm sure that we can find our own ways to track it, or maybe even reach out to somebody and maybe come up with one of my own. Who knows? That's an idea. So anyway, thank you all so much for listening. I love you. You're not alone, and neither am I. See ya.